Hello, my friends, and welcome back. It seems like the Azovstal steel plant offensive is going to be total now. According to the latest news that I got and the articles I read, there's no more civilians in the plant or in the basement of the plant, and the Russians are saying, you know what? Since there's no civilians, then it's fair game right now, and we're going all all power in it. That's according to the uh, trapped military personnel, one of the leaders in Azovstal, an Ukrainian commander. So let's see what's going on here. We have an article from Republic World from May 13th, 2022 by Zaini Majid. And this is the title. But there are multiple titles during the subtitles, let's put it this way, in this article. Fire breaks out at Azovstal plant after Russian airstrike. 38 injured fighters inside. 38 injured fighters inside. Okay. And then we have here more. Mariupol, Azovstal, right now is being attacked not only from the sky and with artillery, but again with tanks, and is tried to be assaulted with manpower. Azovstal is on fire again after bombardment. Petro Andriuchenko, advisor to Mariupol mayor, posted on Telegram. And Russian forces conducting storming operations with artillery and airstrike. And these are the subtitles of this article. And it says here that on May 13th, loud bomb explosions were heard as Russian troops pummeled the steel works that is final holdout of Ukraine's fighters in the port city. I don't know what holdout they do over there, but I think the only thing they do is just save their butts. And then we have, according to the Ukraine, Azov regiment is not a battalion, is regiment. The fire was started as a result of a Russian airstrike on the facility. I wonder how the guys can breathe. The strike was conducted after all civilians had been evacuated from the sprawling steel plant. Ukraine's Deputy Prime Minister, Minister Irina Vereshchuk, that's a smart one, said in she is, I covered an article about her maybe 2 days ago. And yes, she is one of the people that if she speaks freely, or if that article was about her speaking freely, then she's very logical and intelligent and diplomatic. But I don't know if that was an order from someone else to speak like that, or she just did it. But nevertheless, just so you know, Irina Vereshchuk said in a Telegram post that 38 Azov fighters were seriously wounded and that, I'm quoting, very difficult, unquote, negotiations were ongoing to rescue them out. Um, Meanwhile, Andriushanchenko said that the so-called, and I'm quoting, Donetsk People's Republic, Denis Pushilin, said that he, and I'm quoting here, had his hands free, end quote, as there will be no civilians at Azovstal to attack the Ukrainian defenders. And I'm quoting again, I do not know what greater inhumanity in the attacks can be expected, but given the statement, it is possible. If there is hell on earth, it is here. We are all deeply indebted to the defenders of Mariupol, the mayor's advisor said in the Telegram post. Well, I can tell you it could be more hell than that. It could be some chemical little attacks with certain kind of gas that will attack certain nerves and other things, and you will not die, but you will suffer. Could be just some total elimination caused by one bomb. So there could be more than that. There could be more. You could be just all surrounded at the end, and then you will surrender, and then they could, one by one talk to you, if you know what I mean. So yes, there could be a lot of things that could happen. The thing is, why don't you surrender? Ah, you're afraid they're gonna be killed? I don't know. You did this is in a war. You go in. Otherwise, fight. Go ahead. But I don't like when people try to be tough and they talk or they are tough and then they keep blaming and crying and I don't know, not crying, but whining and this and that. I mean, if you're tough, then tough. Stay there. It's the same here. The same thing here. I'm not saying you should not report what's going on over there. And besides, this guy who wrote this is not in the Mariupol. He's the guy, mayor's assistant or something, right? Russian defense minister had announced that the operation to evacuate civilians from the Azovstal plant was, quoting, complete. It had also accused the Azov fighters of holding the Ukrainian civilians, including the women and children, as human shields. Russia was using tanks and artillery heavy bombardment the plant after securing all its access. Russian President Vladimir Putin had declared a victory in Mariupol last month and had asked his defense minister to block the steelworks so not even a fly can pass through. Yep. And then here it says the Russian forces conducting storming operations with artillery and airstrikes. Yeah. Now that everything is, not everything, but you know what I mean, the civilians, supposedly they are out. What do you expect? And they're going to go all through. I don't know. They don't want to have too many casualties, right? So the relatives of the people trapped over there, they tried to plead with the Ukrainian government to rescue them as Russian forces bombarded the Azovstal. How can they rescue them? Make a deal? What kind of deal can you make? The Russians will make a deal. Their deal would be, you guys get out alive so we can count you, check you out, talk to you a little bit, and then put you in front of a TV camera here, and then you may say certain things after we, a little bit, we, how do you call you, convince you to do that and to say whatever we want. That's how it is in all sides. Never. What can you say? This is it. And it says here that demonstrator, demonstrators, mostly women, marched for the Azov fighter, chanting, "Save defenders at Mariupol, save Azovstal." So that was, it seemed like it was a demonstration, and I from what I read, was in Kiev, and they said the demonstrators, mostly women, marched for the Azov fighters, chanting, "Save defenders at Mariupol, save Azovstal, glory to the heroes of Mariupol, and save the military of Azovstal." They could be, and then we have here that it says here that the Azov battalion, now they changed from Azov battalion to Azov regiment because Azov battalion has a bad connotation nowadays, and they try to make it like it's a different unit. The Azov regiment said in a Telegram post that Russian troops are attempting to penetrate Ukrainian defenses at the plant using infantry. A Russian warplane carried out 38 attacks, bombing at Azovstal, including 4 strategic bombers. And I have no doubt those guys are under military pressure, and not only military pressure over there. And as I always say, what options do you guys have? First, those guys invade your country. That's out of your control, okay? Since no Minsk agreements implemented and other things, not gonna go into that. You got invaded by those guys. Okay, you decided to fight, right? Okay, you decided to fight. After you decided to fight, you lost the fight by being surrounded and trapped into Azovstal by your own actions and by orders from your command post, your whoever controls you guys. And then they got surrounded over there, right? And then they were offered many times the opportunity to surrender and get out. Now It's your option. You get out. What happens over there, it depends on who you are. And remember, you fought in the war. So those guys are going to get you, right? Apprehend you. They will not look at you as their buddies. You are the guys who killed their buddies. So that's one thing. It's a human nature here and there. There's laws of war, international law, or all that protects the prisoners of war. If you are in the military, if you are a mercenary, that's a different story, and so on. But you didn't surrender. You let the civilians, after I don't know how many, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, to be all evacuated. And you don't surrender. That's your choice. You have the choice to surrender, to fight, to try to break out of that somehow, or to take care of certain things. It's your choice now. So, and you hope that your friends, your army, would push the Russians back. Okay, that's a good thing. That you said you have orders to stay there and not surrender. Then what's the question? The only thing that could happen is your army, together with other armies, could push the Russians out, and then you get safely out. This is the only option. You will not be exchanged with other prisoners as of now, because like not touch. The Russians will touch you. The Russians will see you. I have no doubt that they will not let you go. They will see and who is in there. And I don't even think they will let you go anywhere else. They will not exchange anybody for you guys. It seems like what's in there, it's too important for the Russians to negotiate and to allow to disappear and all that. So the only thing is, if your army pushes the Russian army back, or as I said many times, Jesus Christ has his second coming and makes peace with everybody, and then you say, whew, that was a close one. That's it. So, and fires at Azovstal always break out due to bombardments. Now, I don't know if they break out in the catacombs or not. I'm assuming, but thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.